So it begins. And so it begins. After a lot of, back and forth and back and so forth, Derby County have now granted permission to Chelsea to speak to Frank Lampard. They put out a tweet, from the official page, and everybody has pretty much been reporting it, because I think this is all about room. So I think this is a real huge headwind now, because again, it was like, is Will Lampard coming? Will Lampard not coming? And it was all up in the air. But the fact that Derby County have said, boom, we will now grant Chelsea permission to speak with Lampard, it means that 100% Chelsea not only are fully 100% going for Lampard, it now looks as if this is now really making headway. So, and my thing is this, is that, people have to look at this objectively. It's not going to be very hard. We have to look at this objectively, 100%. Of course, it is always an amazing thing to see a club legend be the manager of your club. Do you know how happy Barca fans were to see Pep Guardiola come to play the Barca manager? Do you know how happy Man United fans were to see Solskjaer be the manager of Man United? Do you know how happy, even if it was for a short stint, how happy Newcastle fans were to see Shearer back as the manager of Newcastle? You know how happy AC Milan fans were to see Seedorf back as the manager of AC Milan? So it is difficult not to have that joy, that initial joy. It's very difficult to have that initial joy. But the key thing about this is that what is more important? The initial joy of seeing your club legend be the manager of your club, or your club being successful? Let me go even further. If you love your club legend so much, do you want their legacy somehow stained by a run of poor results and them suffering, and then them eventually having to get sacked or having to leave the club? These are the realities here, because it is very, very narrow-minded to say, oh my gosh, it's a Lampard, he's a club legend, we love him so much, therefore he's going to be successful. Then you're not looking at it in an objective way, because you have to be fully objective. Look, for me, the reason why I sort of fell in love with Chelsea was because of Zola. Zola is still my favorite Chelsea player. Like, Zola was the reason why I was like, nah, Chelsea are my club. I would never want Zola to be the manager of Chelsea. As much as I would like it, I would never want him to be the manager of Chelsea, because I just know that I don't know how experienced he would be. And also, I don't think that his experience would be enough for this particular Chelsea role. This particular Chelsea role, I wouldn't want it to be. So even if like I'm not a supporter of Arsenal, I love Henry. I just love Henry, the player, the man, and just everything that was about him. And just because I love Henry so much, I say, bro, Henry, I don't think you should take any managerial job. Hence why when he took the Monaco job, I was like, bro, don't do this. Because it's going to, even if it shouldn't, it will somehow still stay in your legacy. Because again, yeah, you look at the Pep Guardiola Barcelona situation, it was the chances of failure were slim. Of course, there was a chance of failure, but it was slim, because everyone knew that Messi was going to be the next big thing. Everyone knew that it was going to be the next big thing. So Guardiola just helped cultivate and refine and just really help push him to what we all knew. Because when we saw Messi play under Rijkaard, that is why the players begged Rijkaard and trainer, bro, put this kid in the first team. This kid should be on the bench. Put this kid in the first team, because even Rijkaard knew that, bro, yeah, this is going to be the next big thing. Chelsea don't have that. There's so many different things. There's the transfer ban that's happening. There are the current players that are happening. So, and there's Abramovich, who is a hothead. Now, there is a plus side. There is a plus side. There are a lot of loanees, a lot of good young players, and Lampard has shown with Derby County that he can work with youth. He can work with young players, and he probably most likely has that management skill. So one thing in his favor is, I may have the transfer ban, but I have this wealth of players that I can choose from. Heard about this time Abraham coming in and so forth, and look at how well he's been done for under 2021s. When we see you have a Pulisic who knows how good he will be. Most guys say Pulisic is, but who knows? Natural winger, him one side, Hudson-Odoi one side. Who knows how that can happen? But I just think that Lampard has to know what he's getting himself into. If he really wants the job, fair enough. Like, if it was me advising, Timing is key. Timing is one of the key things in life. There is a right time for everything, and there's a wrong time for everything. There is a right time for Lampard to be the manager of Chelsea. Yes, there is. If he's shown that he wants to get into the management, he's shown that he wants to go into coaching, he's shown an aptitude for his coaching and his management. So, of course, there's a right time. I believe the right time is now. I believe that he needs to get more experience in management. He needs to suffer more, learn more. And I think when Chelsea can start to make transfers, and when the team do have a few interesting individual players already, stars who've already developed, that is when I believe that it would be the right time for him to come in. Because the Chelsea situation calls for an experienced head. This situation calls for either a 50, 60-year-old who has had mileage on him and understands how to work against difficult circumstances where you have to work with what you have and help to develop the skills of the players you have, or someone like a Ten Hag who you've had a long time of experience working with young players. Ten Hag took a very young Ajax team to Europa League final. He took a very young Ajax team to a Champions League semi-final where it really should have been a Champions League final. So he's had years, not a year, he's had years of working with young players. So those are the kind of managers they have, because again, people to understand this is that. Don't let your happiness cloud your judgment. Like that. Don't let your happiness cloud your judgment. Because again, if Lampard is announced, people will be happy Lampard is back. Start posting videos of all of the great goals that Lampard has scored, all the great memories, the Champions League memory, and so forth and everything. But once you've now posted all of that and you are happy, you pop open the champagne, the press conferences, then you're all happy. Now it comes to the real hard work. Now it comes to you're going into the most competitive league in the world. Competitive league in the world. You know that based on the situation of Chelsea, you're not touching Liverpool and Man City. Liverpool and Man City, who will get stronger, you're not touching them. Who Arsenal are gonna re-up. United are going to re-up. Tottenham are going to re-up. All these teams are going to improve. Wolves and Everton, they're knocking on the door as well. So it now comes to how well can he do it? But look, there is always many sides to this. What if Lampard is a Pep Guardiola? What if he is? Because nobody knows the future. Well, sometimes I don't know the future, sometimes I do. But nobody knows the future. So what if? What if Lampard does have an aptitude for coaching and for management? What if nobody will ever be like a Pep, because Pep is just a very, very special case. But remember, Pep was a very good football player. Pep Guardiola was an extremely good football player. But I think he will even admit that his management and his managerial career has superseded his playing career, even if he was a very, very good player. So, but what if for Lampard, he comes into Chelsea, he just knows how to coach these players. He knows how to get the best out of these players. And they somehow can finish third again. Because see, that's it. There's so many different aspects. Do you honestly believe, because remember, Chelsea finished third. Under Sarri, they finished third. So the whole Sarri thing is, it's a bit of, okay, so he finished third, won a Europa League, but he's leaving. Okay. Because I don't think there's, look, just be realistic to yourself. Do you really believe that Lampard is going to come in his first season and finish either second or first? I don't think that's possible. I believe that second and first is saved for Liverpool and Man City, because I think those teams are far too strong than the rest of the Premier League, and they will get stronger. Okay, you're dealing with a team who won a domestic treble, and you're dealing with a team who are the champions of Europe, who will get stronger. So the best Lampard can hope for is third. And then he then build from there. But if it's third place, is that an improvement of what Sarri did? No, it's not. Now, if it's third place and you somehow win the Champions League, then oh my God, wow. But then you ask yourself, transfer ban, the players that are there, do you really believe that that Chelsea team will win a Champions League that will include still Liverpool, an improved Man City, an improved revamped Real Madrid, a new look PSG, a new look Bayern Munich? So again, you think to yourself that him coming in, how will it improve upon what Sarri has done? So we'll see what happens, and we'll see how this goes, whether a contract can be cleaned in. But Chelsea fans need to look at this objectively. Get through the emotions. Happy, yes, amazing. Legend is back. Boom, boom. This is going to be a great thing. So after you get through these emotions, take a step back, take a deep breath and be like, what is the Chelsea situation? Who is Roman Abramovich? Who are the players that are there? What is the Premier League? Who is in the Premier League? How tough is the Premier League? Because again, look, as I said, we can't predict the future. What if Lampard comes in and Chelsea just somehow click? They somehow are clicking together. They're playing well. Everything is working well. And he's built this young, vibrant, youthful team that plays great, good, attacking, attractive football. And they're getting results. Week to week, they're getting results. And they're knocking on the door on Liverpool and Man City. And people say, oh, geez, this is something. And then for next season, when transfers can come, boom, Chelsea can start getting guys. That's the best case scenario. The best case scenario is Chelsea knocking on the door of Liverpool, Man City, and that third team is doing something, and they make a nice run in the Champions League. Maybe similar to what Dortmund did, where they make a nice run, they get to a second round quarterfinals or something, and then it's like, wow, this was a successful season based on the circumstances. Let's build upon. That's the best case scenario. That is the best case scenario. But who knows what will happen? But all I ask is that for Chelsea fans, after your excitement, just study all the different aspects that is Chelsea Football Club, the history of Chelsea Football Club, who my boy Roman Abramovich is, and then really try and understand the situation that Lampard is going into. But remember, live show coming in later today where we will discuss this much more in detail. Remember to like the vid. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Peace out, stay true for more content. Peace. Your boy Half Hope's Hot, the YouTube channel is out. TV reviews, movie reviews, anime reviews, comic book reviews, and all that good entertainment stuff and some extras. It's out there, so click in the description box below for the link to the YouTube channel to subscribe, or just click over here to head to the YouTube channel and subscribe to the Half Hope's Hot.